Okay, this is the video tutorial for the MTTRF bus video. It's going to help you use Camtasia, Audacity, and Movie Maker to produce your individual sections for the video. Just to go over the guidelines again, these are the 5 main sections. These are the group members of each section, and this is the estimated time of each section's videos. We're down to one important date, the due date, which is May 10th, which is next Friday. And a large amount of us will be in Tampa, Florida for the Speed World Conference and will not be able to get things done during this week. So if you have any questions, first try and contact Ed or Elijah. They are the fellow video team members, and if they can't help you out, they can contact me and we'll get you going from there. Quick guidelines: use the Labs HD camera. There's some stuff in the tutorial later on that I'll show you how to get around this, but for now just realize you can only have one at a time. Keep all of your source files together in a separate folder. You will have crashes. It happens again and again. Keep those separate, and we can use those folders, that source files, later on to lengthen and help other sections with content. Don't worry about transitions or special effects. This will all be done in the final edit. And if you need examples, look at this location on the server. Okay, so what we're going to do first is record the audio, and we're going to use Audacity, as you can see here. It's a free program you can download. It's what we use to record our meetings with. And let's say this right here is audio you recorded for your movie. This actual audio right here is just background music I found. But say you're happy with your recording your audio, you go ahead and you export it, give it a location, give it a name. Let's say this is the intro, and you save it as a WAV file, and that has the least amount of problems importing into other systems. Save, okay, and you're done. Now we can close Audacity. Sometimes it's good to save these sessions in case you want to go back and go editing, but for right now I'm not going to do that. You can see here there's the thing, the audio you just recorded. Okay, now I'm going to do a brief intro into Windows Movie Maker. It's a free program. It's really simple to use, and there's lots of help files on the internet. Okay, what I think would be the easiest is that if each group would submit to me, the final submission to me is a Movie Maker project. Not the exported final video, but just the Movie Maker project itself. And that way, myself and the team responsible for video can export the individual Movie Maker projects into section videos. Those section videos can then be compiled into one final video. So, basic interface, this is the viewing area, watch what you've already made, as it says right here. Click here to browse for videos or photos, so it's that easy. So you can do that, or you can just find files. So I told everyone to get an audio file first, and then you can run it. Well, you can't just drop that in. As you can see, the no indication, you can't just drop in that file yet. So what I would suggest is to use just a regular picture of something and drop it in there. And you can see this staff. This is a title or intro portion right there, title, and you can add and subtract these as you want. Okay, now that you have a title and a picture or your video, you then go back, grab that audio, place it where you want it. Now, funny thing here is this audio track is several seconds long, but it'll only be shown as long as this picture is shown, or your video. So beware of video getting clipped off. So one thing you could do is select this item. You can see by the blue around it, and if you double click it, this thing says duration. And this duration can be set, let's set it for 100 seconds. You can see how much of that audio was being hidden. Okay, now obviously that's too long. You can edit it by using, you can see the time indicator here changes where you're at. You can take that and estimate about how long this area needs to be. And let's say, I don't know, guess and check, 20 seconds, close. Let's try, or you can enter in a custom number, 18 seconds. And there you go, you get the idea. Now let's try the same thing with video. So I'm going to go back to my source files and grab some video. Doesn't really matter. F1 car. That's this video. So grab that video and I drop it in just like I did a picture. So you see here, one thing is you can hear by that hiss, there's still audio on this track. Now, maybe you want that audio, but most of the time you're not going to want that audio. So when you select it, you can see up in here in the Edit tab that there's a volume control. And that's, you're going to mute that audio from that video track. So now when we play it, audio's gone. So to delete things, you just select them and delete them. Now you can see this video is synced up with that audio. Now, if I want to change to a different section, let's say, I grab my another audio track, number 2, I want to drop it right after there, and it stops it here. So the video, that editing process is even easier. You can just right click, split. Now they're in 2 separate sections, and you can just delete it. And in that way you can insert video and audio into your movie sections. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you can get some of the slide content and other effects through using screen capture capabilities of Camtasia in conjunction with PowerPoint. So this PowerPoint, everyone should be familiar with that, and I just made this quick little fade. You can see the animation just fading out. And let's say I want to have that in my video. So I'd make that slide, and I can also add other slide content, and I would go to presenter mode. Now at the same time I have my screen capture on, and I can sit there and run it, so as I hit my keys, appropriate cycles happen and effects are shown, and then I can move on to my content via PowerPoint, and of course over this there'll be audio and video. So the entire video we're making doesn't have to be taken on a video camera. It can be from content we already own, and therefore everyone and separate groups can be getting things done without actually having to have the camera on them.
Welcome to Intermission. Yeah, intermission.
Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about Camtasia. Now, this is the program that I use for screen capture, video capture, some of the zoom in effects as you've seen in this video so far. And there are several tutorials on not only their website, but in the package itself. It's pretty similar to Windows Movie Maker. One very important thing is when you're bringing in, and let's say I've just recorded this screen from the previous section. Now, when I input it in, or save it, it brings me up with this editing dimension slide, and basically asks me what size do you want the video to be. This is critical because different size video will change the appearance of the video throughout. In order for us to keep a normal aspect ratio the entire time, I'm going to suggest that everyone use YouTube at HD. Okay, so I select my YouTube in HD. Okay, and now same thing as Windows Movie Maker. This is the viewing area, this is the timeline area, and this is an area where you can import media. Let's go ahead and import some media. Let's just say, you know, the movie I made with Movie Maker. There it is right there. And just like Windows Movie Maker, I can just drop it in there. Here it is. Here's the audio. Here's the video. You can play it. There's not much there. You can see, and you can see the audio going. So let's get rid of that for now. The most powerful one is this record the screen. Now I can't show you because I'm recording the screen right now, but trust me, it works. That's pretty simple. Okay, now I'm going to show you the zoom functions of Camtasia. And to access those, you go to the zoom and pan panel. And as you can see, this is the zoom area, and down here are the different scale, duration, aspect ratio, and other options. Okay, so I'll pick a point in this video, or in this case a picture, say right here, that I want to zoom in on, let's say the spindle. So I go back to my zoom panel, I select that area I want to zoom in at. Let's say we want to go slow, and right there. And as you can see on the main viewing area, the zoomed picture. And as you see down here, this little blue triangle has been created, and that is a representation of the zoom length and position of that zoom. So then we can go ahead and watch this zoom we've just created. And there you go. And let's say you want to pan or go to a different position in the thing, let's say the work table. Once again, you can see another blue triangle has been created, and you can watch it. There's your zoom, there's your pan, and then perhaps you want to come back out and go back to full screen again. It's simple as pick the position, go out to zoom out, and you can watch it come back out. Just that easy. Okay, so by now you're wondering why not do everything in Camtasia. It looks pretty cool, has these neat functions, and that's true, but one thing I found is when you're creating extended videos with multiple clips, different videos being imported and manipulated, there's been significant issues with black screens and audio distortion and pixelization. Now if you're doing a long video or tutorial, it works great. It's all one file, it's no problem. But this is not the case for the majority of my videos or the videos you're creating for the lab. Another issue is there is some compatibility problems. For instance, these are some files I took on the Handycam. You can't add them in. I'm sure there's ways to solve this in converters, but as far as I'm concerned, sometimes it's just easier to use Movie Maker. It's a better stable end product. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to export video from Camtasia and then be able to import it into Movie Maker for the final project file we want you to have. So I've just zoomed out here. You can see these are the sections of this video I'm making for you right now. And let's pretend that I want to export that out, so it's very easy. I would go to, or you'll go to produce and share, and I like to say produce and share, and pick, we'll try to keep it, since we can film in HD, it'll make the file size a little bit big, but that can be handled at the very end. So we're going to do HD. And you can see the aspect ratio in the format. Click next. Give it a position, desktop. Sample video items, and we're going to call that, section 21, whatever. Save. And then we go ahead and click finish. As you can see, now it's exporting that video, which I will then be able to import into Movie Maker once it's finished.